I know a big part of your guys' story were not just dates of devastation, but also some really significant dates of resurrection and redemption. And
Yeah.
I'd just be really curious, Megan, if you wanted to, again, just zoom in to how God redeemed some of those dates for you guys.
Yeah, there's two big dates in 2019. So January 19th of 2019 was Discovery D-Day for us. And then July 30th of 2019 was the day that we did full disclosure. So Discovery and full disclosure, and everything's coming out. All cards are on the table. I call it ground zero.
Yeah, massive days.
Yeah, huge. Truly devastating, really, really difficult days where both of us were unsure if the marriage was going to make it at those points. So keep those in mind. To give a little bit of context here, though, when Discovery happened and all of us came out and we're going through this separation, this first year of healing and recovery, I really wrestled with, who am I married to? Who is this man? What's happening to our marriage? What's it going to be like going forward? We had talked about having 2 children. At the time, we only had one. That dream kind of dying, withering, and asking myself, if we even survive, will I ever even want another child with this man? And at the time, I didn't have an answer for that. I didn't know. So we fast forward about a year of us, just working and gaining some traction in the healing and recovery process. And we talk about it and we decide, yeah, we do want to try to have a second child. And so shortly after we get pregnant, we make the doctor's appointment. We go in and it's 8 weeks. So we get to hear the baby's heartbeat. So we're really excited. We go in there, get on the ultrasound, and there was no heartbeat. And they tell us that you had a miscarriage, which was devastating, confusing. I had such a great pregnancy with our first daughter. I didn't see it coming, blindsided, truly, again, blindsided. More devastation, grief, loss. That was really hard for us. So, on top of everything that we just walked through, and we're still walking through, that there's this other layer of loss in our lives. And we just really had to spend some time grieving that loss and kind of coming to terms with that. And then you fast forward a couple months more, and we were pregnant again. And so I didn't realize it at the time, but I made the appointment to go hear this baby's heartbeat at 8 weeks again. We're freaking out, like, oh my gosh, like there better be a heartbeat here. I don't know, like, okay, God, like, it's up to you. What happens here? I made the appointment, ironically, not intentionally, for January 19th of 2021. Wow. And we got to hear our second daughter's heartbeat. And so God really redeemed that moment for us. When I had the miscarriage, I really wrestled with, God, do I deserve to be happy? Or do I get to have another child? Am I being punished for something? Did I do something wrong? All of those narratives and beliefs and, throughout the grief process. And so when he showed up in that moment, and I didn't realize it at the time, but on January 19th of 2021, 2 years after the date of discovery, we get to hear our baby's heartbeat. That was such a moment of redemption. And then fast forward a little bit farther, and she was due mid-August, but actually I went into labor 2 weeks early, and she was born on July 30th of 2021. And I didn't realize any of this maybe till 6 months to a year after she was born. And I was reflecting on the dates, and I thought, there's no way, like, this, what? And I went back and I looked, and I was like, sure enough, that is a God moment. You can't make that up. And I just really felt like God showed up, and all my questioning, do I deserve to be happy? Am I being punished for anything? What is all of this pain for? What does this mean? He showed up and he said, I'm going to redeem those dates. I'm going to redeem that pain. And I'm going to, it's like restoring the years that the locusts have eaten, essentially. And he just showed up, and I felt really seen through those redemption dates.